Yeah, went right into the trunk sideways.
He's the most agile dog I've ever seen.
Yeah, he is.
I've never seen a dog be able to run over the top of a brush pile and never fall into the brush pile. He was always landing on the top of a branch or you know, and just no issues. Go. Oh boy. They choke that side up for sure.
Yeah, isn't he all the way up on both sides? Or close to it?
Yeah. He's already acting like he's going to be goofy today. Some days he is, some days he's not. I'm going to leave it like that. Stay one short.
That actually isn't bad. It looks pretty good.
It looks good up there, but he's...
I don't know. His eye isn't saying
Right.
these things to me. And it wasn't like when you were doing his feet.
You see how he's set back on his heels and he's like way up on his toes there? He's preparing to be stupid.
Prove us wrong. Sorry, prove us wrong.
Seconds here. Get inside that head of his.
He's working, he's looking at everything else going around and he's like,
Chickens and all the extra people. So I want to prepare myself to be able to do whatever I need to do right away before I even ask for anything. Because the minute... So I might even ask for a backup step first, just to shorten him up. And then if he gets into that position again, I'll tell him to rest and relax. So he's doing okay. But each new step,
oh, I'm in the wrong spot. All right, I'm moving.
still a little stretched.
I moved. Get out of here.
Right? And so when he's stretched out and his back is sinking and his belly's protruding, he feels more pressure on those girths.
Right.
So if I can back him up to where his feet are closer together, that's going to round his back out a little bit. See, his feet are still far apart, even though I'm backing him. Yeah, that's better. Now he's stretched out again. That's a little better. Now he's stretched out again. That's a little better. Try and get, oh, now he's stretched out again. That's a little better. Even better. Try and adjust that little bit better. If he goes with his hind feet first, it's not gonna, now he's wicked stretched out. Good. I want to try asking him to just shorten up his left side. And notice where that hind left is going. Way out. It's not coming in. I would like there. That was good.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it come in towards his front right, so he really shortens himself up. I'm feeling a little tension and a little desire to go fast, so I'm just going to keep reeling him in with my fingertips here. He's actually reaching under nicely on this right side, not anymore. But he was.
Sawyer.
I just want to keep reminding him to relax. I want to try and...
Sawyer, come.
So he got goofy, so I added about as much energy as he did until he came back down in that emotion. Right? Because we need to be able to, see that? That's extra. So I'm going to stay here until I notice some relaxing. His head's coming down. But I'm going to still stay here. Yeah. And so now I'm going to try that again. I'm going to try it 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 again. And again. Until it comes with smoothness instead of a tuck of the tail and a, you know, we don't want choppy, and choppy means emotion. We want to balance the motion. Here he's already fighting me here, so there's an energy of resistance, so I'm going to put more energy on the hip until he stops trying to get away from me up front. There, he stopped. So I'm going to slow down, raising the dust. Not a whole lot.
Sawyer, out.
See, that little bit of rope startled him, so I'm going to just ask again. I'm going to ask again. I'm going to ask again. I'm going to ask again. And again. And again. And again. And again. And I'm just going to keep doing it until he stops running into the end of that rope. Not overreacting, he's just kind of doing it. So I might stop for a second. I'm going to test him again. Oh, I didn't even have to swing the rope. He was expecting it and he was panicking about it. So here I'm going to just really do a whole lot. We're going to go a whole lot of energy, a lot of extra stuff, and say, hey, what, is this the way you want it? Because I don't want it this way. I would much rather go all that tension right up there in that neck and shoulder. Oh my goodness. So I'm just going to keep doing it. As he settles, I'll settle. And say, this is how I'd rather do it. You know, and if I give you extra, it's just to move over a little bit more. Right? So we don't want that overreactive foolishness to dictate. So he's doing too much. So I'm going to do all that extra right along with him. But I'm going to keep asking, go forward. Go forward, go forward. You're going sideways. Go forward, go forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I'll slow down a little bit because I got something I wanted, but I'm still going to do that, whatever energy he's doing. And so he's getting away from me, so I'm pulling back to me. But I do still want forward movement, and he's giving it to me. So, and I'm just going to keep up all of this until he figures out he's wasting all kinds of energy. He's wasting it. It's just foolish and unnecessary, and it's all up to him to make the change, because if he changes, I'll change. And I think that's something we all need to learn. If we want somebody else's behavior to change towards us, we kind of have to change our behavior towards them. So, and this works two ways. He's reacting in a way, and I'm matching him. You can tell now he's starting to relax. And I'm matching him to say, this is all in your control. Right? But at the same time, I'm doing it to get what I want out of him. So it's a two-way street. If you know how to read those street signs, it's not just about me, it's about him. And I'm allowing him to dictate what I do, but only through benefits. So he's foolish. I'm going to let him be foolish, and And I'm just going to keep asking for things until he stops being foolish. He's slowing down, so I'm going to slow down. But he's got to do what I'm looking for. So if I point to that hip's got to come out. If I point to that shoulder, it's got to go out. Hip out. Shoulder out. Hip out. Shoulder out. Change directions. Change directions without being an idiot. Change directions without being an idiot. Change directions without being an idiot. Change directions. Change directions again. So, I like how he's rocking back and preparing himself, but there's too much emotion here. So we're just going to keep doing transitions until, obviously I'll do another transition. I'd hit the fence. We'll wait until we have room. We'll just keep doing transitions until he relaxes. He's starting to, whoop, that wasn't good. But he's starting to relax from this direction. Not so good with this one. Now I'm going to really push on that hip. Transition. Really push on that hip. Pushing on that hip. So I'm still blocking him with my shoulder. He should stay to the outside. Then when I open my shoulder, then he can go through. He can't bust through a barrier. He's not allowed to do that. So shoulders down, open, out. Okay, shoulders down, so I'm still pushing his face out. Now I'm going to open it, send him through. So, I'm going to let him get a little further away from me and see if it makes him comfortable. He's leaning on me a little bit. Change directions. So his head and his nose is telling me he's not super okay with this. But his pace and his flow and his body is telling me he kind of is. So let's change directions again, right here. A little slower in this direction. More likely to pull on my hand, so I'm going to put more energy into that shoulder, and I don't care if he does a bigger circle, and I don't care if I have to do a huge circle. I want it. There we go, that's better. So once I start feeling so, I'm going to change. See if he changes. Good. Send him out. Change. See if he changes. So immediately that nose goes out. So I'm going to come right in. Come right in. And now, so I'm holding pressure on him, not to keep him from going, but so I can kind of keep up with him and let him know I'm coming. You know? So I want to be right in here. Because if he's, you know, not comfortable with a little bit more slack, and if I can kind of get in right close to where I could jump on him, I could touch him, I could do whatever I wanted, and I haven't done that, now going back out, So if he gets goofy on me, I just close right back up and I get in close again. Whole lot more energy. And I'm focusing it all right into that heart chakra. Because I want to connect with his heart. And I want to wash away everything in that gut area. Now I'm going to let him back out a little bit. Now I'm dizzy, so go the other direction for a little bit.
We're gonna head out.
Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed your time here. You feeling better? Yeah? No? Almost?
Headache is
Kinda? Yeah.
late night last
Yeah. I had an early night. It was still hard to get out of bed.
night. I fell asleep early last
I mean, I woke up at 4 o'clock, and I was awake, but I didn't get out of bed until Ruthie hopped in her car and pulled away.
Yeah.
So,
They'll be up. I will keep working on the one that doesn't want to go.
I think I'm